Now we start with 1 hour chart. Just I want to give a quick update. Okay, first of all, if we refer to our analysis, when the price was within this move exactly here, we mentioned that maybe we get one more drop, but we were expecting to get a bigger correction rather than what we get here. Okay, and even if you move to 15 minute, this is the only way we can look for this correction, because every time you have similar to one or any of them, we could get the down move. Okay, now I want to see what's the next and how we can trade, look for next trade. Okay, first of all, when we have this kind of the correction, mostly we can expect for sell. That means still we can expect to be a deeper correction for one more drop. Okay, now overall, whether we want to see whether we can expect the price to drop or we can look for reversal, because as we can see, this is what the line, which is 0.0535 we put here. Almost a few times the price dropped the near, near to this line, but it couldn't take or break. Okay, but almost close, as we can see here and as we can see here. Okay, in this case we start with higher time frame, we start with daily chart. All right, based on daily chart, this is what we are looking for, this correction. Okay, before we get the next move, even the price 0.04 one times the price tag. Now we want to see whether this one can give us one more drop before we get the reversal, or this is the start of the up move. Okay, anyway, this is what if this one turn give us one more drop, then this one become really complex. That's why we are more interested we get the continuation from here. That's why we're looking for this. We want to see whether any we can get the any trade setup for this to break the top and continuation. Okay, and if we move to forward chart, all right, as we can see based on forward chart, every time this one that broke the previous top, reverse as well here. Now we want to see whether this is the one is going to, this one we can put in relative to anything, any of them for the reverse outcome. Reversal, the reverse to break the top. Okay, or still we can expect this one to turn to a deeper correct, deeper move. That means this one can give us one more drop, because if we get one, if this one turn to a correction, if it's drop, the next level we're looking for is 0.0518, continue with the 0.049. Okay, we have been, these lines we have been there for quite time, because when the price was within this move exactly here, we mentioned May after the price, after we get this move, we mentioned May we get one more drop, because we were looking to get to put this one in relative to each other. But what we get this move. Now we want to see this one can turn to a bigger correction. Still, we can look for this move or not. Okay, because in that time internally we will have the correction as well. That's why we need to be quite careful about this. If this one give us a correction for the price to drop, this is still we can expect the price to drop to 0.049. That's why if we want to trade from here, if we want to look for buy, we need to be quite careful. By the way, based on forward chart, we have nothings. This is what we're looking for. And if we move to 1 hour chart, we want to see how we can trade it. Okay, as you can see, based on 1 hour chart, the best things is if this one become more complex, we look for sell. If anyone want to look for sell, that means they need to wait. At least this one move a bit higher with the breakout of the top. Then from there they could look for sell with a sharp move. Like it depends whether they can look for. They can get a trade setup or not. But right now we don't have any trade setup for sell. And even for if we want to look for buy, we cannot look for buy. The only thing is we wait for the breakout of the top. Then if we get any trade setup from there, we can look for buy. Rather than that, we don't have any other way. Or how about if we put our trend line here? There is no difference. Even if we want to put the line here, we need to wait for the breakout of the top with the flag to look for next move. Okay. By the way, we don't have any trade setup right now. We cannot look for buy or sell. All it depends on what we have here. We want to see whether this one can drop one more, because if this one turn to a correction, drop at least to 0.05 or lower, then from there, based on 1 of 4 hour chart, as I explained, maybe we can look for this move, this correction, this one, and to give us one more drop to put this one in relative to each other. Then from there we will look for the next move, and if this happen, may next move we can expect the price to break the top, because we want the price to break the top to confirm whether there is, I mean, we can look for the continuation, or this one can turn to bigger correction for one more drop. Because as we can see right now, what the way is moving, still we are within this correction. Okay, by the way, we don't have any trade setup, and in this case we just follow the chart. We have nothing to explain as well, because the changes is not that much. The only thing is we want to see how this one can form before we look for the next trade. And in this case we just follow the chart. If I see any update, then I will share. Thanks.